Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 3rd. We're going to jump right in here. You have the birds and the lily coming up. This is the gilded Lenormand that I'm using for the first row. This combination can represent like gossip or people talking, things like that. And you have the Seven of Wands, so I wouldn't really say this is something that you should worry about. If people are talking about you, I would say let them talk. There's nothing you need to prove here. Doesn't really feel like that big of a deal to me either, Aries, but just something to think about. You have the Seven of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Wands in your first row, so a lot of Wands energy there, which is actually pretty good for Aries. And the Seven of Wands is a card of course of putting up boundaries. I look at the Seven of Wands as a card of putting up boundaries in the sense that you're kind of like drawing a line in the sand. You're saying like, this is what I'm willing to accept, and I'm not willing to accept any less. And sure, this card flipped over with this card, so we'll take it. And I kind of feel you could be putting up boundaries. The Seven of Wands is kind of like protecting your position at the top of a hill as well. And again, we don't really have to do anything. There's nothing we have to do to protect our position at the top other than, prevent things that are going to drag us down from entering into our lives. And that's really what I feel for you, Aries, is that you could just be making sure that nothing that's going to, knock you off the top is going to enter into your life. So again, it feels more passive to me. Like I said, I feel good about it because I feel like you're just paying attention to energies and you're making sure that nothing, kind of gets in your way. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is a card of taking the lead. Definitely a very strong time for you, Aries, to take the lead. We're going to have a lot of energy moving into your sign over the next few years. And, I would definitely take advantage of that. I mean, even just like small things like Venus is going to be moving into your sign for a little bit this year. It's going to enter in, then it's going to retrograde out, then it's going to enter back in. And so, Venus in your sign is great for anything, really anything that you value, anything that you think is beautiful, right? And so taking advantage of opportunities that you really value and taking the lead on those opportunities is going to just help you kind of like expand out into the world, which is what you should be doing with the Two of Wands for sure. You also have the Ten of Wands. I would definitely do work now because, you will have Saturn entering into your sign in a couple years, whenever it is, year and a half, something like that. And I can't remember the exact day or the exact date that it enters into your sign, but, Saturn will be entering your sign in the future. And the thing about astrology is I believe we can get ahead of the energy. Personally, I don't mind Saturn in having it in your first, when it's in your decan. So you have to look at your chart, you have to look at where your sun is, and then you have to figure out what decan you are. But like when it's in your decan, it's a little bit more intense. So, for example, last year or in a little bit the year before, it was in my decan, for Pisces, because it's in Pisces. The energy was definitely more intense when Saturn was around my sun. But, Saturn is about responsibility. The reason I'm talking to you about this now is because, like me, you can get ahead of the energy. And if you start taking responsibility for things that are important for you, if you start kind of like making improvements in your life, or if you get more serious about the things that you're working on, then you'll get ahead of the energy. And to me, again, astrology is not meant to be a prison sentence. It's energy that you are meant to work with. And so if you work with the energy and get ahead of it, then you're really going to kind of reap the rewards. And Saturn is really all about being responsible for things. And so if you're responsible now, then when Saturn gets to your sign, even though it's like a year and a half away or 2 years, whatever it is, even though it's going to be a little bit of time, working on it now will benefit you in the future. So I would do it, right? With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. A lot of fire signs seem to be kind of deciding to end connections, and that doesn't even mean love. But, again, you have that gossip, the two gossip cards, you have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords. I don't even think this is bad. I just feel that you're kind of letting go of people and things, and you're just moving forward, and that's it. I really don't feel much. With the Two of Wands, you have the Three of Wands, definitely taking the lead for sure. And I would, both cards, Two of Wands and Three of Wands, are both cards of taking the lead. Two of Wands, definitely. Three of Wands, he kind of needs to take the lead and get on these boats. He has to make a decision, and he has to make a decision that he isn't necessarily prepared for. Three of Wands is my card that says, what are you waiting for? It says there's a decision that you could be making that would be very expansive, but expansion is scary, number one. Number two, it's like you have to take the lead to make the choice. So, if you have any opportunities to grow or stretch, I would definitely take advantage of those opportunities. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like saying it's not going to be like this forever. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head here. So, the Ten of Wands can be a lot of work, and I don't even feel it's that bad for you, Aries, but, it's like sometimes we're grinding in life, or sometimes we're working really hard, and, we're thinking like, oh my God, am I going to have to do this forever? And I feel like saying no. So there's like something is popping into my head where, maybe you feel like things are going to be this way forever, but I just feel like saying no. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Blessed Ideas card. It says, allow your ideas to come to fruition, and they will bring many blessings. We are in a time of ideas. Pluto in Aquarius is amazing for just ideas. The problem with ideas is they're just ideas. You have to plant that seed and get it to grow. You have this Dreamcatcher card. It says, pay attention to the signs, messages, and guidance that come to you at night. I don't know about anyone else, but my dreams have been crazy lately. So, you definitely could be having some crazy dreams. You might want to, start a dream journal or start paying attention to what your dreams are saying. I feel you are very intuitively connected right now. You have the High Priestess. It seems to me like everybody is very much more tapped in. And I feel, it's kind of like a weird feeling because I feel, I don't know if this is intuition, so let me just say that, right? It's like, right now I feel like the type of intuition that is heightened for everyone is like that first feeling, that first gut instinct you have about everything, right? And is that really intuition? Maybe, but, it's kind of like that gut feeling which I kind of associate with being a little bit different than intuition, but, I guess we could say it's intuition. And I feel that for you, Aries, that the High Priestess is really saying, those first gut instincts, those first feelings you have about something, like that immediate, instinct is what you need to be trusting right now with the High Priestess. She's also the card of unlimited potential, and we have the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands, which are both great cards of expansion and potential. So I feel you have a lot of potential at this time. You have the Lovers. Could be a little bit of love. You have a little bit of love here, but not like a lot. And so there could be a new connection if you want love. Outside of love, I look at the Lovers as having a choice to make. I feel like it's pretty simple. We go this way down to the Six of Wands. We go up this way to the Five of Cups. So I feel that this could be like a repeat situation with the Nine of Swords. Basically the reading is saying, let something die and just start, move towards the new direction. That's where the victory is going to be. So if you're thinking about, doing something from the past, it doesn't even have to be a person. It could just be, you're thinking about trying something again that hasn't worked a bunch of times or whatever. I feel like something new is the answer this way. You have the Queen of Swords. Again, not worried about it because Queen of Swords says you are clear on what will bring you a victory. She is clear for the first time. She has clouds only halfway up her body, and so she is seeing the future clearly, and she's literally looking at the Six of Wands, and she has her back to the past here. So again, I would trust your instincts. I feel like your instincts are leading you towards something new. With the High Priestess, you have the King of Swords. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords together as far as love is concerned. Now, I don't think it's not always a bad thing because sometimes these two here can just represent, and we have the Lovers in between, but they can represent two people who aren't talking or two people who haven't even met each other yet. So if you are looking for love, it's basically just saying like, yeah, there's a person that exists, but maybe you haven't talked to this person yet. I would also be careful of gossip if you are meeting a new person. With that Lily and that Birds card, especially if people would be jealous of the connection. Like if you're dating a person who's like popular or something like that, it's like there might be people who try to cause problems, and I would avoid that in the future. With the Lovers, you have the Knight of Swords, a lot of Swords energy. It's like you have a lot of Wands energy in the first row, then you have a lot of Swords energy in the next row. And the Knight of Swords is like rushing or jumping to conclusions. So, I kind of do feel that some of you could be meeting a person. And, I would be careful of the gossip. It might not even be true. You might meet a person and people say like, oh, this person's a cheater or whatever, but it might not be true. So no jumping to conclusions. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Swords, which you have twice in the reading. The Three of Swords popped out with this Nine of Pentacles here when I pulled the cards at the beginning of the reading. And so the Three of Swords can be about forgiveness or needing to release the past, because those swords are in your own heart. So the trick with the Three of Swords is we have to remove those swords from our heart so we can heal, and that's exactly what I would do there. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Yin energy card. We were talking about passive energy, and the Yin energy card is the passive energy card in this deck. So I felt something about that at the beginning of the reading. You have this flexible card. Yeah, it's an amazing time. I feel everybody needs to be flexible, but more importantly, I feel for you, because you're an Aries and an action taker, that it would actually be a good time to for passive energy. That doesn't mean you're not doing anything, but it's almost as if like things that are going to work are just going to work. Things that aren't going to work, I feel, are going to be more of a struggle. And I think as humans, we need to like be better at just realizing that if something isn't going to work, it's not going to work, and we shouldn't try to like force things into place. And that's kind of the energy I get off of these cards. You have the Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Five of Cups can represent regrets or sadness. I do feel like some of you maybe, are feeling the feelings of regret, maybe something that didn't work out in the past. But I feel like there's something much better coming in for you. He's grieving the loss of his taste for wine. So even if he were to get some wine, he wouldn't enjoy it. So the Five of Cups literally represents the fact that you could be sad about something that you don't even want anymore. And so I feel like the Five of Cups is saying, turn around, be grateful for these two cups, then you'll get this bridge and this castle over here, and that's exactly what I would do. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, of course, says teamwork makes a dream work. I did a reading yesterday on Devin Dewar's channel with her, and we did a collective reading, or all 12 signs reading. And I'm pretty sure you had the Three of Pentacles in that reading. I'm pretty sure it was you. And so the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. He has really done a good job with the work that he has done here, and these people are appreciating the work that he has done. And I'm pretty sure what I said to you yesterday is that, I feel that there could be, like, let's say you've been doing something for like 10 years, like your job or your career, and you're not really getting ahead. I feel there could be like a little bit extra that you could do. There's a fire triangle here. There's a water triangle right below it there. And the water triangle represents the fact that he went just a little bit above and beyond with the project that he was working on. And same thing if you have a business as well. I feel like just doing just a little bit extra could make all the difference in the world, and really make you stand out. And next we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is all about standing out and having a victory. So I feel that it's almost like tiny little upgrades could make the biggest difference in the world for you in like business and career. Like, I'll give you an example. The biggest upgrade I made for this channel, like the first one, was audio, and it was the one upgrade where I really, really noticed a difference in how long people were watching the videos and things like that, right? So it's like sometimes we make those tiny little upgrades. My first audio upgrade was $100, right? I had this little, I wonder if I have it, I had it here the other day, but I had this little recorder that I was recording with a lav mic, right? It was like $100 total. And so that was like the biggest upgrade. Now I record on like a $1,500 microphone, and maybe it's like a 5% difference between the $100 one and this expensive one that I use now. And so it's like sometimes those cheap upgrades make all the difference in the world. And that's what I feel here with the Six of Wands. It doesn't even have to cost money. It could just be something that you learn. It could be something like a skill that you're picking up or that you already have. And I think those little upgrades are going to really make the difference. But same thing, and again, to me, tarot is talking about everything in your life. So, there are upgrades you could be making everywhere, and I would. With the Five of Cups, you have the Sun, which is great. This would represent happiness after sadness. So if you have been sad, or if you have been regretting something, this kind of suggests that there are happier times coming in for you. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. Very interesting. The Lily and the Birds, your first two cards, can represent like your morals or your ethics. That combination can represent your morals. And the Hierophant is definitely a card of like morals because it's part of your belief system. And so, again, I think that your morals and ethics could be very important right now. I'm not saying you're not ethical, but just making sure that you are being ethical and having morals and things like that would be a really good idea with the Hierophant and also that combination at the beginning. With the Six of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. This actually could be a win. Six of Wands is winning, and the Five of Swords, he is walking away the winner. So even though he's walking away from something, we have 3 fives here: Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. 3 fives is a significant change number, can represent making big changes or having a big change. So there could be like a positive change coming in for you. You have this Old Woman card. It says Sadness Female. This is coming up in the area of the good stuff. And this Justice and Documents card. Like I said, if you have been sad with the Five of Cups or, have been feeling down, I feel that turn that frown upside down, Aries. Things are getting better, or you're feeling much more positive. You could also be feeling a sense of justice. I really have that feeling of like a sense of justice. Maybe some of you are dealing with something legal, but for most of you, this doesn't feel legal to me. It just feels like, something happened in the past to you and now you're getting justice. You have the Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Swords and the Hierophant, and you have the Hierophant twice. Five of Pentacles normally represents feeling left out in the cold, but in the good stuff, it would say that you are coming out of the cold. It's also a card of focusing on your strengths, which I feel everybody needs to do right now, but especially you. It's like you and Taurus, this is really like energy that I get a lot for Taurus, and you have the Hierophant twice, which is Taurus. So if you have any other like major planets in Taurus in your chart, then I feel this is extra true for you, Aries. But, again, I feel that you could be really focusing on your strengths with these two cards. With the Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, this could represent the fact that you've learned how to truly be independent. And, that would be a good thing. The Three of Swords is about healing your heart. So in the area of the good stuff, it would say that you have maybe forgiven the past, or you have forgiven something from the past, and now you have removed those swords from your heart to heal your heart. Again, the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, and it's also a card of gratitude and luxuries. We have that Five of Cups, so, gratitude is definitely going to be important. Practicing gratitude will attract more abundance to your life, and that's what I would do with that Nine of Pentacles. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can, in the good stuff, can represent blessings. He is blessing these two people in front of him, and so I feel some of you could be experiencing blessings. I also feel the whole morals thing, like if you... it's like if you have done things that are moral in the past, then I feel you could be getting rewards for like moral decisions. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Fool. Definitely a new beginning coming in for you. I kind of feel like the whole reading is talking about a new beginning in some ways. We have the Ten of Swords, which says the past is dead, done, over with. You're having a new beginning. So, and you have the Sun, which is, could be a positive new beginning. So I like to see that. With the Three of Swords, you have the Six of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores. So there could be some big improvements coming in for you. And we do see a lot of moving on energy here. Again, Ten of Swords, like Nine of Swords is something you have to move on from. We see all the new beginning energy. And again, just putting it all together, I feel this is like a very positive new beginning that could be coming into your life here. Six of Swords sometimes I feel is saying that you really learned your lessons. They have these 6 swords in the front of the boat. So they're bringing nothing with them except those 6 swords, which kind of represents the lessons, the things that they learned from the lessons, and their spiritual knowledge. That's what they're bringing with them to something new, towards a new beginning. And so, I feel like you've learned a lot. With the Hierophant, you have the Four of Swords. We have the Yin energy card. We also have the Four of Swords here. This would represent resting, relaxing, recovering, healing. And the Four of Swords can also, this guy here is hoping and praying for a blessing. So there definitely could be some sort of blessing coming in for you. You have this butterfly card. It says a change for the better. Five of Cups in the Sun literally represents a change for the better. So, there's clearly a change for the better coming in for you here, Aries, and I love it. You have this needle and thread. It says a sincere wish will be granted. So I do feel that there could be some sort of wish, or, a wish coming true for you, which is great, and there could be a lot of improvements. You have this tortoise. It says slowly but surely getting ahead. I feel like this is how you have felt, like a tortoise or a turtle. Maybe you have felt very slow, or you have felt like things aren't progressing. But I feel you're starting to see the progress that you're making, especially with that 10 of Wands. He's on a very long journey. He's carrying those 10 wands. Those wands are covering his face, so he can't even see how close he is to his home. And so the home on the card says he is very close to achieving his goal, but he doesn't necessarily see it. But I feel you are very close to a goal. You have this cracked cup card. It says dissatisfaction with life. I really like this card. I think dissatisfaction is the only thing that can motivate us to change. So this is a very good card. And the 9 of Swords is my card where you have the 9 of Swords. He is sitting in his bed. He is in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. And so I think that dissatisfaction is important with the 9 of Swords because he needs to be in more pain to make a change. And I know that sounds bad, but really it isn't. So I think that this is saying allow dissatisfaction to lead to change. You have this diamond card that says you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Really good reading here, Aries. I feel there definitely could be good things coming in here. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.